Yeah, go on, hop it. Get out of the bloody bus stop, will you? Come on, the bus is coming. Come on, and you're idling. You shouldn't leave that running.
You know the law.
Mate.
This encounter starts off seemingly simple. A man at a bus stop, but quickly escalates into a full-blown standoff between public rights and police authority. From the first words, tension is palpable. Every action, every command, is a test of who holds power. What seems like a routine interaction turns into a high-stakes demonstration of knowing your rights and standing your ground.
Don't mind me asking, what are you doing?
Sorry?
If you don't mind me asking, what are you doing?
Oh, I can't really say, mate.
You know. Obviously, I can't stop you doing what you're doing outside the port, but if you do go within the port and take any photographs, it's a bylaw offence, which you're not allowed to do. I can't prevent you from doing whatever you're doing now, whether it's imagery or whatever, but just to make you aware, okay?
I'm just mid-flight at the minute, mate, so just don't interrupt me.
You're mid-flying?
Pardon?
Mid-flying?
Mid-flight at the minute.
Where's the drone?
Pardon?
Is it a drone?
I didn't say I had a drone.
No, you said mid-flight, that's all. I didn't understand what you meant, that's all.
Oh, alright.
Be a drone.
Look at this guy. Road. You don't have to think about my safety.
I do think about
I'd consider your own, buddy.
That's my job.
I'd consider your own.
Can't stand in the middle of the road.
I can stand wherever I like.
Okay then, I'm just warning you, I didn't need to get no.
I'm just warning you, just get out of my way. You don't need to be polite. What's your business with me?
I'm telling you not to stand in the road.
I'll stand where I like, alright?
Okay, sir, I'm just warning you.
And what's all that? What's that flag about? What's that flag about?
It's just, the basic is that I don't want somebody to stand in the road and get knocked down.
Okay, give it all that, whatever.
Okay, sir. Right, just
jog on then, go on. Go on, jog on. Are you finished? It's called a walk of shame, by the way. You parked in a bus stop as well. You parked in a bus stop.
I've stopped to tell you not to stop.
You've stopped? You're not even a proper copper.
I am.
I've
got the powers within the mile of the port.
A mile of the port?
Yeah.
So what crime have I just committed for you to stop in a bus stop?
You didn't commit a crime.
So get in your car and get out of that bus stop.
I'm just advising you.
Advise me for standing in the road?
Yeah.
I was crossing.
Get knocked down.
Do you do that for every member of public?
If somebody's in the middle of the road, I do.
I was waiting to cross.
I'm just advising you.
The discussion over the drone isn't just technical. It's a clash of authority versus knowledge. The police cite bylaws and fines, attempting to intimidate, but the individual counters each claim with calm precision. This is a masterclass in legal confidence, showing that understanding the law can neutralize even the most aggressive attempts to assert control.
Go on, hop it. You have no jurisdiction with me here today. Your bylaws count for nothing with me here. So hop it. Go on. I'll be very, very careful. Go on, hop it. Hop it. Get out of that bus stop. Yeah, lick your tongue. Yeah, go on, hop it. Get out of the bloody bus stop, will you? Come on, the bus is coming. Come on, and you're idling. You shouldn't leave that running.
You know the law.
Mate, you're idling a vehicle out of it, and you've parked.
A motor vehicle as long as I'm within a few feet.
No, mate, you're idling. You're not in control of a vehicle.
You know the legislation, then
you're not in control of the vehicle on a public road. Go on, hop it. Are you going to tell him? Are you his buddy? He's idling in a bus stop here out of his vehicle. Sorry?
Because he's dealing with you, sir.
Not dealing with me at all. He come out to give me advice about standing in the road. I was waiting to cross, so he's not dealing with me.
Have you crossed?
Eh?
Have you crossed?
No, because he come out of his car to speak to me.
Do you want to cross then?
Who were you to tell me that?
Well, you said he stopped you from crossing. So
No, you said he was dealing with me. He can't deal with me. I'm in a public space.
You said he stopped you from crossing the road.
No,
So
he'd come out to tell me to be careful in the middle of the road. I was crossing.
So I said if he crossed the road and you...
Me out a seatbelt on, buddy.
I'm talking
That'll be
to you,
another
man.
offence.
I'm not driving at the moment, am I?
Pardon?
I'm not driving at the moment, am I?
Well, just be careful. Eyes on here.
I'm fully aware, yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Do you have a drone or anything?
Do I have a drone?
Could I ask you what the handset is there?
What that is?
Yeah, what is it?
What's it got to do with you?
Oh, you've got a phone in it and a handset.
Yeah.
Okay, so the chances are you may have access to a drone, so you can watch images or control the drone from the handset.
Do you know this is you're not permitted to fly in here? You know that?
Over the fence, it's a bylaw offence. Bylaws 2000.
Yeah, it's got geofence, so you can't do it.
Yeah.
So you're not clever enough to work that one out
No,
either.
I'm just going to tell you that you can fly here, but you can't go over the fence.
Mate,
it's bylaw offence.
I've not got a drone with me.
Okay, fine. I'm just saying, if you had,
Yeah.
and you are going to, you can't fly over the
do you know there's an app that's called Drone Assist? It tells you where you can and can't fly.
I'm not saying that, but it doesn't stop people from doing it, though, does it, sir?
Yeah, but they'll be committing a criminal offence.
Yeah,
I don't break the law.
I'm just advising you, sir, not to break the law.
Well, I already know that. If you get a license, operator's ID and everything, you know that within advance.
I know, but exactly, sir, but you're...
Watch closely as the individual challenges the officer's right to dictate where he can stand. Every attempt to assert dominance is met with calm, unwavering resistance. This isn't just about physical space. It's a battle over control, jurisdiction, and principle. Standing your ground in public is about more than bravery. It's about knowing your rights and enforcing them intelligently.
Your advice, sir.
The problem is with you port police.
Oh, go on, sir, go on.
Yeah, it is go on, sir. You go well and beyond your jurisdiction.
All right.
Out of that port.
Sir? What is the jurisdiction?
Minding your own business, getting involved with public when it don't belong to you, you know.
I have jurisdiction, sir.
Out here?
Yeah.
What, to hassle me now?
No, to speak to you, or to find out.
I don't have to speak back to you.
No, you don't, but you are. To find out if you're using a drone or not.
Yeah, but have I got the right to remain silent?
Yeah, but you're not, though, are you?
Eh?
You're not, but you have the right to remain silent when a bull.
Yeah, but outside here, in a public space, you don't.
We have jurisdiction here.
No, you don't.
We do.
No, you don't.
Okay, tell me why I don't.
So basically, if I told member of public,
No, sir. Tell me why I don't.
if I told a member of public,
Under what legislation?
if I told a member of public, I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to give you an algorithm.
What legislation?
If I told a member of public to fuck off right here now,
Well, you're not authorised, though, are you?
I am a member of public,
I
right?
wouldn't tell anyone to fuck off anyway.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm saying if I did, you couldn't do me for public order. That's the legislation. There's section N.
Why not?
You can't arrest me for that offence.
The Section 5 public order is a fixed penalty, and which is you can arrest under section.
But do you know if you detain me, right, and it didn't escalate matters beyond in a guilty, you would be liable for that detainment of me, an unlawful arrest. You know that, don't you?
Well, not if Merseyside have asked us to do it.
No. Because
For it.
well, I'm glad you've said that you would, because you would find yourself in trouble if you did that.
The public came over to me and said, "This has just happened. Do you want me to ignore it?"
Now the conversation shifts to jurisdiction, and suddenly, the police are on the back foot. By calmly invoking the Public Order Act, the individual exposes the officer's lack of authority outside the port. This moment proves that authority isn't about uniforms or loud commands. It's about legal boundaries. Knowledge of the law can turn even the most confident officer defensive.
I know. And any responsible drone owner wouldn't do that.
But you can't go over the fence anyway.
Exactly. So you have just come out, right? Had a bit of a debate for nothing.
I've just advised you.
And your man here, right?
I've just advised you, sir, that it is an offence under the bylaws.
No, well, we know that. We do know that. It's not the 249 grand ones you got.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can control them from a phone.
Do you know what this cradle is?
And you're saying to me you can't control a drone from a phone.
Do you know what this cradle is?
No.
It's just a...
Well, I know what it looks like.
Pointless you coming over then, isn't it, really? You do not have faith in a geofence?
I don't know anything about this geofence.
Yeah, it's protected. If I went to fly over here, right, it would say low signal GPS, just like I have tried flying close to places before. And,
Tension peaks as the police threaten detention. The individual remains calm, explaining the legal consequences of an unlawful arrest. The officers struggle to assert control, realizing they've overstepped. This scene highlights a crucial lesson. Understanding your rights protects you from intimidation, ensures lawful enforcement, and can completely shift the balance in confrontations with authority.
What's your motivation behind it? Are you like some people take photographs of trains or they take photographs of buses? I'm just being, I know I'm being personal, but I'm just interested to know. You say you take time-lapse photographs. Now, you don't have to answer me, but I'm just asking you.
No.
I'm just asking you, just be saying take time. Is there any particular reason for it? I'm just interested. Is it a hobby?
Purpose of me being constable, I can't tell you what to do inside there, right? But we've heard of a complaint of a wagon driver. Now,
Go on.
it was
Just move over.
it was coming out of EMR, right?
Which EMR? The what? The one
On the
here?
inside, right?
Go on.
And basically, when he was driving, the biofuel, is it the biofuel comes through?
The biomass.
Biomass, that's the one.
Oh,
So do you know that point next to the water?
So he's come out of EMR, and then he's on Gladstone Avenue, and he's stopped on Gladstone.
And he's reversed there next to the water, and he's in a perfect position.
The debate turns technical as the individual explains how drone control works through a handset, exposing the officer's misunderstandings. Each misstep by the police only reinforces his position. Knowledge here isn't just power, it's strategy. By staying calm and precise, the individual turns assumptions against the authorities, demonstrating how facts and preparation can outmaneuver intimidation.
You can either give him a traffic offence report, which is known as a TOR, used to be known as an OSCO,
Yeah.
officer seen commit an offence. You do that, but you can only do that so basically someone's got an address in this country.
Yeah.
If it's you, and you are, for argument's sake, it's just that you saying he's gone back to
Right.
the office for the fine and the
So
points.
but they dropped it in the end.
Yeah, okay.
But like I say, it was full on gonna give it him, like, you know, and all he would have needed to have done is say, look, mate, you know, you parked in a bad spot here. He just thought it was the safest one in regards for everybody, even the tyre man to come and replace the tyre and all the rest of it. And like I say, it's just, you know, it's an hard game, the HGV world, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
We leave. I would like to do us a favour and send my apologies to your man. I spoke to him in a bit of a rude way. I don't usually act like that. But anyway,
Well, can I just say, Scott, it's very magnanimous and very big of you to admit that.
yeah, you know, it's not my nature.
The individual doesn't just defend himself. He schools the officers on how to handle the encounter properly. Every statement is backed with legal logic, leaving the police scrambling. For viewers, it's a powerful reminder that procedural knowledge isn't only for lawyers. A calm, informed approach can neutralize authority, assert your rights, and even turn an encounter into a teaching moment.
Living in, and then if we're at the gate and they're coming out and they've passed all the junctions, the next place they're going to go, Scott, is through the gate, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we would stop them and say, where are you going out? I'm going here. Oh, well, you're going to drive on the road. You need to get your tax sorted. So we would advise them. But however, on the road inside the port there, because the public have access,
Yeah,
by default, the Road Traffic Act applies.
that's correct. Yeah.
And also, under the Mersey Docks and Harbour Board Act 1971, Section 11, it states within the boundary of the port.
Yeah.
So see the fence line here. So if you imagine, if you suddenly got your drone and you went 2 miles up, you'd see the boundary like that.
That's
wouldn't you?
correct, yeah.
So if you call that the outside of the port, the boundary outside.
Yeah.
The area is within inside the port, then the Mersey Docks and Harbour Board Act 71 applies, and that stipulates such things as drink drive, inconsiderate driving,
Yeah.
dangerous driving, speeding, MOTs. Basically, it quotes the 1960 and the 1967 Road Safety Act, the 1960 Traffic Act. But by default, the 60 went to the 72, 70 went to the 88,
Yeah.
and there's a thing called the Interpretations Act. I don't know, have you ever heard of that?
I've heard something about it.
Yeah.
Bit like but in regards with the bylaws where you can't tie your sheep up to a lamppost for longer than bloody, you know what I mean?
Sort of. The Interpretation Act, and when I explain it to you, you're going to agree with me that it's common sense. 'Cause it is
Yeah.
common sense. Basically, can I just pull in here? Because
All
I
right.
just got me bum in the road, that's all. I don't fancy getting hit before I go off.
Yeah.
The Interpretation Act. I think it was 1898 or 1870, but it was redone in the late 1970s. And basically, if me and you come up with an act of parliament now saying, the You can't park here and you can't climb the fence. And you can't climb the fence because in the 2000 Act of the Climbing the Fence Act, it says you can't climb the act. We refer to the 2000 and say, you can't do it now because it says in the 2000. If the 2000 is subsequently reviewed and the Climbing the Fence Act now is 2028.
Yeah.
Instead of looking back on ours now at 2022, they say the Interpretation Act applies, and unless our act now is revoked, our act stands.
Right.
So when they've got the 60...
By the end, the individual walks away with his head held high. This wasn't just a win over the police. It was a victory for knowledge, preparation, and standing up for your rights. The key takeaway: authority isn't infallible. Understanding the law, remaining calm, and asserting your rights can transform even tense confrontations into moments of empowerment.